welcome, my name's Alex. Today I'm featuring the 2009 Mesh Eden Valley Riesling. This wine has a really cool concept behind it because what it is a collaboration by two of the biggest names in Australian winemaking. On the one hand, you've got a guy called Robert Hill-Smith, who is the winemaker and runs one of the oldest and most well-known wineries in Australia, called Yalumba. On the other hand, a guy called Jeffrey Grosset, who is the head winemaker and runs a Grosset winery in the Clare Valley in Australia, and is widely regarded as one of the finest winemakers, especially for the Riesling grape in Australia. So what they've done is they've come together, they thought, okay, let's feed off each other's knowledge, feed off each other's expertise and passion for Riesling, and see what we can do when we put our heads together. So this is what we've got here, 2009 Mesh Eden Valley Riesling. Pretty excited to be trying it. Let's get it in the glass. Okay, first let's see what aromas we can pick up on the beak. Okay, definitely getting a little bit of petrol there. Quite an unusual flavour aroma, you may say, but in fact Australian Rieslings often exhibit a little bit of, it's almost like a kerosene petrol aroma. It's not unpleasant, it's subtle, but it's very, very distinct and say not uncommon for this region. Underlying that, certainly some citrus, a little bit of lemon peel. See what we can pick up on the palate. Wow, there's an awful lot going on there. Straight up, some lemon for sure. A little bit of sort of lime rinds there. Not like an injection of sharp lime fruit, but more of a sort of subtle lime. But really interesting at the end actually, almost getting like a sort of saline quality, like a little bit of saltiness, and I think that's coming from the acidity. You may say, okay, I thought this was an Australian wine, and I know that Riesling thrives in cool climates, and cooler climates give higher acidity in the wine. All true, but as I mentioned, this is from the Eden Valley in Australia, and the Eden Valley, one of the most renowned and prestigious areas for producing Riesling in all the world. The reason why Riesling does so well is because the Eden Valley is quite high. You can get up to 600–700 metres where the grapes are growing. And because it's so high, it means it keeps it cool, which gives the wine acidity, which is really, really key when it comes to producing a great Riesling. And so, let's say it's quite complex, there's a lot going on, getting like a flinty, mineral flavour in my mouth, saline at the back, but then also quite a sort of lively, energetic interplay of lime and lemon in there as well. So, I think this is a really interesting, well-made wine. You know, it's just great to see two guys who are at the forefront of Australian winemaking, and you know they're not doing this because they need the cash. They're not doing it because they're short of time. They're extremely accomplished people who are extremely busy, but they're doing it because they have a passion for this grape. You know, they love Riesling. They know how well Riesling can be made in the Eden Valley, and so they've got together and said, okay, let's feed off each other and use our expertise and passion to create something really special, which is definitely what they've done here. They've produced a wine which is not only a true and characteristic of the Eden Valley, but it's their own take on it. It's quite an idiosyncratic and unusual wine. And I think if you want to try something different and you enjoy this style of really crisp, dry Riesling, then I really don't think you'd be disappointed with this wine. So let me know how you get on. Cheers.